Welcome back. This is Zoned Out Gaming League week number 1, and we have a banger on our hands tonight. I am Clam. I am joined by my fellow caster, Trevor. It's been a minute, Trevor. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's good? Excited to be here. My first ZGL stream, and I'm glad to get to do it with you.
Yeah, no, for sure. This is going to be a banger. I'm sure we have on our hands tonight. It's going to be 07 versus the Cabal Noire guys, and I mean this is an excellent squad from both of these guys. I mean 07 Cabal, two great rosters, honestly here.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a team with some former Halo pros and the Young Gun and Crow, and then 07 has their own set of shooters as well with Markel, Super, and Skill. Really excited to see how this matchup's going to play out.
Yeah, I have no idea who's going to end up taking this one. I haven't watched a ton of challengers this season so far, but I mean, I'm excited to see if the Halo boys can get it done or if it's going to be the 07 roster. I know Skill, Webby, Markel, these guys are really great players as well for 07. And then Cabal Noire, I mean, you know, they got some world champion Billy Mental on the roster as well. You know, Gears of War, Halo, now he's doing COD. The guy can just do it all, it seems. And, you know, he's got the Halo boys with him as well as Crow, who formerly Gatorade, I guess, now. So definitely a great roster for Cabal tonight. We'll see if they can get it done, but we'll transition to our maps and modes this series, starting out with Den, Hardpoint, Raid S&D, Exposure, Overload, and then if we get deep into the series, it's going to be a double Colossus to finish things out. I guess, what do you like about this map set? What do you not like here, Trevor?
I do like the Den and the Colossus for the maps 1 and 4. I think that's going to play to Noire's strengths a good bit. But, you know, the Raid's hit or miss. I think it doesn't play as well, especially since they took away the jump spot in mid. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the extra ability to get the information. But you know what? I'm excited to see how this plays out. I actually don't know who I'm going to go with here.
I mean, I would hope you're probably rooting for your org here, you know, in the background, obviously, you know, fingers crossed and all that. Yeah. But I mean, I guess realistically for me, I think this is going to go map 5, if I'm being honest. Probably, I'm not sure who's going to end up taking it. I might pick 07 and 5 here.
Yeah, I mean, just to play devil's advocate, I'll go with Noire and 5, but I do agree. I think it is going to be a map 5 banger for sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a great series on our hands so far. And we'll see. We are going to be loaded on in to the game. Map number 1. We got, it looks like 07 on the left and Cabal Noire on the right. I don't even have to fix my graphic. I love that. And we're off to the races. We'll see who strikes first. 07 going to be on board with Markel. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. He's going to get first blood.
Oh, yeah. Great opening to start off with, getting some trades. 07 will be on the initial time here, but Cabal, they are pushing heavy from the front, but he's going to get 2. There's 3 in the feed for 07. And last man up is, I believe it's Mental. He's taking the route all the way through the roof side of the map, trying to get the P2, but Precision's going to get a huge kill here in Dojo. 25 up for 07 to start this P1.
Yeah, great opening start. This is a hill where you can soak a lot of time on this map. I mean, Den on P1 is probably the most money hill P1 you're ever going to find. Just like that, though, 3 are going to fall. And looks like Mental might have the Ryzen out as well. I'd love to see this from the players. We saw, you know, the MPC. We've seen the Razor. And now the Ryzen coming out as well. I know my homie Horace was using this as well in some S&D channels a while back. Good to see it being used again.
Oh yeah, the Ryzen is a great gun. I'm excited to see it get some use, especially now with the nerf that we have today on both meta weapons. But it's like 07, they're gonna have the spawns in the back. Cabal's trying to break from the front. Down about 20 here, but kills are not going their way in the feed, unfortunately.
Yeah, 07 just starting out hot, but I mean, we'll see if Cabal Noire can make the comeback. Really, still early in these days. Early days in this game as Mental falls off the map. He just slots backwards and kills himself. What was that, Mental?
Oh man, mental error. That's what that was. As he fell right off the side, but it's all good. Crow with a huge 3. Mental error, back him up, trying to get some shots in. He's gonna get 2, cannot get the 3rd. Time is still scrappy. It looks like 07's gonna win the trade battle, but Crow thinking about the next hill, getting set up. The rest of his teammates are gonna push through mid here, and hopefully we see a big hole from this P3.
Yeah, we'll see if Cabal can make the comeback. Not down a ton, but I mean, you know, decent margin already so far into this P3. It's gonna be 07 on the hill first, and it's gonna be Cabal working on the better side of the map, though, and Jackson watching over mid-map, has some teammate support as well, activating nice bait and switch. Jackson with all 3. Perfect baiting and switching there. Cabal Noire break on in with ease.
Yeah, what a laser gun, just collecting those headshots. But Skill, he's trying to see if he can get something going through the mid cut. I like the pinch that's being set up here. Jackson is going to get one, cannot get two. He jumps off the map. Pro picks up one of his own. Trade's going down. Time still in favor of Cabal, though, and Precision's going to get that last final kill to win the trade fight. And now it looks like 07's going to lick their wounds and get ready for this P4 time.
Yeah, Crow is already here, but he's the only member of Cabal Noire here. He's going to have to go big. He has 3 members in front of him, able to get the first. Second one sliding on in, not able to win it. So now it's going to be 07, set up and ready for new. They only have 1 player, but that's Jackson, the 3-piece machine, back in your spawn, but he is taken down swiftly. So now looks like 07 stabilized a little bit, but not before Billy Mental with the double, breaking on in with the Raiden.
Yeah, and Cabal, they secure those back spawns there, and they do have the rest of 07 spawning from the front. The problem is, are they going to know skills in red? Are they going to take that care of that? And yes, Pro does, just as I say that. Mental getting a huge kill on the roofs in front of us, holding this pushback, and this is how you want them set up. You want them set up in this blender, get them funneling from the front, get them from all sides.
Yeah, so far it's been a pretty good hold considering the rotation wasn't in their favor from Cabal Noire, and they're right back in the swing of things, taking the lead on this P4 here. We'll see if they can continue this momentum that they're showing. Mental maybe falling off the map early, but definitely has turned up since then. 12-9, great start from him.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's just playing that crucial contest. We have an all-out bang out here, but all Cabal's going to go down. They're going to get the dojo spawn, and they're going to start thinking about the P1 time. Now, this is where the P1 time can be that money hill. You get that good setup, control both sides of the map, and you can get some good time here.
Yeah, Skill gonna be soaking the last little bit of ult, able to have some help from a teammate. That's gonna be 2 dead in the feed. And it's really all up to Markel in the back right now, playing for spawns. He has to go big here and just play his life, but unfortunately, he's gonna have a player right behind him. Precision off his spawn, should be able to clean him up here, and he will. So, spawns in favor of Cabal, and they're gonna be locking down a lot of this P1 time. Precision ripped from the top window, headshot from him, and I mean, this is exactly what 07 did to you the last time around. Now it's good. Cabal able to soak this money hill.
Yeah, and Cabal, they have the spread set up. They're holding all the angles to make sure no one's going to push through and flip spawns on them. But unfortunately, they gave up the side, and now Skill was able to get that kill on time. 07 pushes up, and they're going to make a hit here on the last 15 seconds to flip these spawns out and turn the map on its head.
And yeah, it's a 2-2 split. The rest of Cabal spawning on out. It's going to be Mental and Jackson in the back. Now just Jackson to play for spawns. He's able to get 2, pistol in hand, 3 shots left. He needs to play his life. Fortunately for him, his teammates do spawn on it still. So Cabal maintain the spawn pressure, and they're able to, you know, get a decent setup on this P2 thanks to Jackson just living there.
Yeah, and that was a huge 2-piece from Crow. That's going to stabilize the map a little bit. All pressure is going to be coming from the front. Mental, he's watching the mid push, but he's not saying anything. Now he's coming to reinforce his teammates. Skill is going to jump in, get a contest, get one. Teammates there to help. Setup's falling apart. Super's going to get in. And it looks like 07 in control for now. Markel, the huge 2-piece. Last one's Pro in the back. Bro will pick up one. Now he's just waiting for the reinforcements to come in. Time is still going in favor of 07 in the meantime.
Yeah, it's been a pretty mixy P2, all things considered. Nobody really getting a ton of time off that, as you know, we see exactly a tie game right now heading into this next one. And I mean, it was really just a great break from Cabal last time around where they were able to soak a lot of this P3 time, but they're going to have to do it yet again on the receiving end, or on the back end, I should say, of the spawn so far. Precision able to sneak on through, able to get one, not quite the second, almost able to shut that player down, but it's going to be 07 here first. We'll see if they can soak.
And the last one there was Crow. He's the last one mid, and now time is in favor of 07 here. He's got to work a pinch with his teammates, but unfortunately he's going to get red in mid. Jackson's going to pick up one of his own, so now the rest of Cabal, they're going to try to break this from mid, but it's only two up, and time's going to continue to keep ticking for 07.
Yeah, 07 holding on right now, doing a great job. You know, they rotated earlier, and they're making it work for him. Precision with a double in the back. Well, technically a triple. Mental doesn't, I guess, not really count there, as 3 are going to fall. Webby has to get out of here, and just like that, Cabal Noire break on in with relative ease with 20 seconds left, and they're going to flip the spawns as well, so a perfect pinch there. They're going to get the double in the back. Precision still frying right now. 4 spree for him, and it looks like Cabal going to be set up for new, so can they hold on to the setup like they did last time to milk some time here?
Precision with another 2-piece, but that 2-piece in the dojo was so huge because it looked like they were just going to get scrapped. They were going to lose the rotation battle, but he had that clutch too, and that allowed them to get these back spawns so they can funnel this time as the rest of 07 is going to push from the front.
Yeah, so far 07 just kind of getting shut down in their tracks, really not able to break this iron grip that they have. Webby with a double, though, might soften up the defense. We'll see if they can get involved. Jackson able to hold on for now. Shuts down the initial push, and reinforcements are here. Jackson with another one as well. Just flying, doing whatever he wants in this hill. Jump shotting everyone, and this has been a pretty clean hold so far from Cabal Noire. Finally, 07 able to touch the point thanks to Skill's 3-piece here. So the final 20 or so might be going the other direction. We'll see if the contest is on in, but it's really just about this P1 setup here, Tribber. I mean, this is where we've seen both these teams just collect about 40, 50 seconds of time.
Yeah, it looks like Cabal's going to take one more hit at this through red, but going to get sniffed out, and now they're going to have the favorable P2 spawn. They're going to try to hold this P1 time, hold their angles like they did, get the setup going, but Webby might be making the play here. I think he might have slipped through. Number 6 might have seen him, but he's opting to go hit the time instead. This is going to be a huge hill for the way this game's going to go. Cabal needs to get some good time here because P2s have not been favorable for him so far.
Yeah, I think just P1 last time, it was all Cabal Noire, and this time it looks like it's going to be more of the same. We'll see if, I mean, 07 can break on in. They did break it last time. Very late. Markel, nice 2 there with the pistol, and they will break it. So 30 seconds still left to find. They can tie things up going into this P2 hill and as well, and they have them kind of in the funnel here. We'll see if number 6 makes a route. Pay attention to Mental on your minimap. He's all the way behind enemy lines. We'll see if he's able to make a play, as it's going to be Mixie. Mental's here. He has one right beside him. He's not going to spot him. He gets the one mid-cut, and that's going to be all 4 dead. So just like that, 07, you thought you had the rotation for new, but they just get 4 dead, broken instantly. And we'll see if they can come out with a break. That's not a time you want to die there.
Yeah, Mental with a huge play to wrap through the back, and I love the fact that he took the space. But number 8, Jackson, he recognized that he was taking the space. He backed up to block that back spawn, because the moment you touch that roof, you're going to spawn him behind you. And so great heads-up play from his teammate. But unfortunately, 07 still in this, collecting this time, even with the smart plays from Cabal.
Yeah, they break on in through the front there, and they're winning all the gunfights in transition. That's going to be 4 dead, and look at that. Cabal now spawning out. So, I mean, you can never count out 07 in any series I've ever seen. They are a resilient team. Really, a lot of their different teams have been. That's a common trend for this organization, it would seem, as basically a tie game heading on in to our final couple of hills here. We'll see who can get it done. 20 seconds, though, still left on this P2. That's a lot of time to give up, but if you're Cabal, you kind of have to rotate to this hill, or it could all collapse for you.
Yeah, and we see another Ryan being pulled out. Getting some in this P2 time. Markel with a huge kill, and then Precision cleaning someone up Dojo. Right now it is a fight for this rotation, one-on-one at the new hill. The rest of the teams are making their plays through their spawns. Cabal pushing through Dojo. 07 pushing through P3 side.
Yeah, Crow doing what he can, able to win one. I mean, a huge kill for him to find it. I mean, this is still a Mixie hill. Nobody really has a foothold as of yet. Skill using the ride and picked it up from Mental, and he's putting it to good use.
Yeah, what a disgusting kill. That's the one thing, my favorite thing about the wall jumping this year. You're going to see some highlight plays, highlight reels, people just jumping over each other, and nothing like making someone look silly.
Look at this route from Webby. This is a risky one for playing for the pinch here. He might make it pay off, though. Able to get one, make it a second one. And fortunately for him, he does not flip as well. And teammate wins that important one mid-map skill. Probably the most important kill on that transition, as 07 are going to claim about the rest of the scrap time. Maybe not, as 10 seconds should be going red now, but the rotations are on, and 07 already here and set up.
Yeah, but Crow's the only one from the front. He's going to get the crucial opener there, but the rest of his team is still not quite close enough to make something happen. There is a hellform in the air, and time will go to Cabal. Now they have to try to break from the front.
Yeah, breaking from the front. I mean, still about a 10-second advantage, or 15 seconds advantage, I should say, as it's been Cabal. They're on the back foot right now, but they still have the spawns, and they're going to be soaking some time now, but 2 are going to fall for them. It's up to Precision and Co. Can you stay alive right now? They have the reinforcements on the way. He's going to get taken down. Markel with a nice pinch, but it's going to be red. Skill does break on in through the front, though, so now 10 seconds is all they need to close it. It's really just going to have to be up to number 6, Mental, on the overextension. He's able to get 1, and that should slow them down for now, but it's going to be a very tight finish here.
That was a huge pinch from Mental. Really, like, ease up the grip that 07 had on that time. But Crow is trying to solo get this pressure, get the space, while his teammates pick up the time. Super just lurking, trying to wait for his opportunity to get in there and get some time of his own. Only 7 seconds needed for 07 to win, and it looks like they're going to try to collect it on the P1, but if Crow's got something to say about it, but he's going to get traded skills in mid, waiting for his team to come help. Time still ticking for Cabal on this P1. This is going to be a barn-burning ending.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Crow that makes the heads-up play there. They might win it right now. 2:45. Oh, it's going to have to be some late-game heroics from Markel. He's able to get a double, though. And still time going to be going red right now. 5 seconds is all they need. Precision pushed up. One more. You have to contest. Number 4 is in there, but he gets taken down. And just like that, at the very end of the game, Cabal Noire, they clutch on up. I thought 07 might have been able to make a late-game run there, but Cabal showing ice in their veins. Map number 1, I believe 250 to 235. And the end there, Cabal Noire, despite the rough start, able to clutch on up in a crucial map number 1.
Yeah, and the key to that was their P1 time and their P4 breaks, because P2 was definitely a weak spot for the team the whole time, and they managed to collect the good time on P1, get the P4 breaks, really make sure they can stay in this game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great performance. I mean, just a great map of Call of Duty. Just, you know, it's always nice to see 2 top teams going head-to-head like that. They're looking good in this series. And I mean, yeah, close. A tight finish. 5 points is all that separated those 2 teams. We'll take a look at our maps and modes right now. Oh, let me adjust my scoreboard real quick. There we go. It's going to be on your screen now. As Cabal Noire squeak out map number 1 in a very close fashion. We're going to be heading to raid S&D coming up next. And I mean, it wasn't like 07 was playing... I mean, none of these teams really playing bad. I just think a couple of mistakes really cost them at the end. I think just the P1 rotation, giving up a lot of time on the second and third rotation of P1 there, just, you know, wasn't in the cards for them in the end. So, I mean, maybe going forward in their next den, they'll prioritize P1 a little bit more. But, I mean, alas, very close game nonetheless. I guess predictions for you going to map number 2, Trevor. What do you think's going to happen going into this raid?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'm looking for 07 to do a bounce back here, because the map for 1 was in your grasp. You're only lost by 5 points. If a couple plays from mental are really what separated the 2 teams, the huge pinches that came in, setting the spawns up.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to bounce back here, take this convincingly, so we can get that map 5 we're looking for.
Yeah, we'll see if we can see some resilience. You know, we did predict a map 5. We'll see if they end up, you know, showing out in map number 2. 07, definitely no slouches in SND. And I mean, you know, typically, you know, SND, especially for the COD community, definitely a staple game mode. You know, these are Halo players, you know, Gears of War players. We'll see if that SND, you know, knowledge transitions as well. I'm curious to see, you know, if the Halo guys have it in them for this search and destroy game type. I mean, you know, it's a kind of a running joke back in the day. Halo players don't defuse, you know, we'll see if that reigns true in this raid, as we are going to be loading in. I hear the beeps here. So yeah, I'm expecting 07 to bounce back in a big way here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get top 16 and a cup without knowing a little something about S&D. So
That's true.
I have faith in the boys. I think they can make something happen. But if you're 7, you need this map for just the momentum. Just keep the hopes up, because you don't want to be relying on Overload to try to bring it back into the series. But Overload is exciting nonetheless. Anything can happen when it comes to Overload.
Yeah, Overload. I think that's probably my favorite game to watch so far in this map set for sure. And I mean, it's been a pretty fun one. We've seen some crazy highlights already on Overload this season, and we might be seeing some more, as it's going to be 1-0 for the Halo squad of Cabal Noire. And on the offense, it's going to be 07 trying to get something done, but Yaxon reads the jump through the window, gets tags in on skill incredibly low, and that's going to be a quick 4v2 they find themselves in.
Yep, Skill and Markel, they got to make some miracles happen. Also, Markel already in a 1v4. The round just starts. Is going to take one whip up to the grave. Can he make it 2? Yes, he can, but he's going to get traded out. And what a quick round for Noire to get that first one on the board.
Yeah, and that round brought to you by Yaxon. And just amazing reads. I don't know if he saw that player toward ring or not, but I mean, just reads the window, hop, able to get that one, and then just tags down skill. Too low to be able to retrade. And that just, you know, allows his teammates to push on through A, get the collapse on in, and then just as quickly as you came, all 4 fall in that one. So 07, not the start you wanted to start this raid SND. We'll see if they can bounce back in the second one.
Yeah, they're going to be on the defensive side this time. Curious to see what Cabal is going to do on their offense. It's looking to be a 3-1 split. And it looks like 07 had the read with Webby with the snipe off the rip. And it looks like they're trying to get map pressure up on this laundry site, trying to clear some space to get this bomb plan. Mental gets 1, gets 2. 3v2 in favor of Cabal already on the offense.
Yeah, and that's just the power of the riding up close. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen players use it before now. Markel, no, he gets gunned. Crow puts him down, and now Webby, he's found an AR, but it might not matter. He's able to get one at the very least. 50 seconds left. The bomb is about to go down, so he has to get moving quickly here. And he might be able to get the bomb planter. No, not quite. And now they know he's still in art here. And he has the sniper in the back pocket. He's not going to spot him as of yet. Is he going to give him a pixel? Oh, the shoulder is perfect from Crow, though. Would have loved to have had that.
Yeah, that would have been a highlight reel, but not to be. Now he's fighting uphill and between a rock and a hard place, trying to get some shots in, chase the ever-elusive Crow, while also worrying about his teammate Mental watching over him, and down he's going to go. Another round on the board for Cabal. What a great offensive round.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, that could have been 07's round. I mean, just really Mental, able to save that one with the riding toward top laundry, able to get two with the help of his teammate, just baiting and switching. And we saw that, or I saw that, I should say, yesterday on the main stage for XP. We saw, baiting and switching toward laundry. You guys, you got to do it. You got to do it. Otherwise, you're just going to find yourself, again, getting isolated 1v1s, and you're never really going to win those. You're relying on luck at that point, or really just, timing at that point. You got to make sure you're baiting and switching with your teammates. And Cabal Noire showing us how it's done. They find themselves winning that round after the first blood goes down, and it's gonna be a bang out toward mid. Everybody just firing on all cylinders, just challing each other, and it's gonna be Mental getting aggressive as well, maybe a little over aggressive there.
Yeah, he smelled blood in the water. He was going for it, but on that overextension on the defense, he is gonna get taken down. Looks like 07 has all laundry control, deciding what to do with this bomb. I think they're thinking about the wrap, trying to play for a little bit more info before they go for the plant. Like Cabal playing patiently, holding angles, giving up the A site. Looks like they're content with playing with the A retake.
Yeah, Crow's in a good position here, but the bomb is going to be planted, and I mean, it's up to really what can Cabal Noire do on this retake. They have the numbers equalized, but I mean, it's going to be a hard bomb site to retake nonetheless, and I mean, we'll see if they're able to do it. It's going to be Yaxon pushing driveway, Crow toward red. I like this approach they're using, isolating this player toward ring, and now Webby has a big job in front of him, but he's going to get the first one, and that should be enough for them to secure the round. Webby going to be challing through, doesn't get the kill, but Super is here for the trade, and now all left to Crow in the 1v2.
Yeah, but I think Crow has a drop on this player laundry. I don't think he saw him cross, so he's going to get a freebie here. Now the question is he going to be able to get this defuse off? I highly doubt Super's probably going to play this smart, you would imagine, or maybe not.
Yeah, can't even defuse at this point. Nothing he could do. Crow just, it ran out of time. I mean, plain and simple. That was just a great round, honestly, from 07. Just nice adjustment from them to slow play after they get, some hectic start toward mid. Everybody's just running at each other. They do slow it down quite a bit, and they capitalize off their positioning toward laundry and, just convert the round. So nice job from them. Making sure they're not going down 3 rounds to nothing. That would have been not the best look to start this map.
Yeah, and a big thing with search in this game is a lot of people are playing spread, overloading different sides of the map. Playing together is going to be, sometimes it's the difference between winning search and losing search.
It looks like it's going to be a 3-1 split on the offense right now. It's just going to be number 8, but hold on. We have a sniper, and I missed that. I'm sorry, Precision. My fingers, they betrayed me. He isn't going to get first blood at the very least now, and that should be maybe some progress, but a wild nade's going to kill Mental, and now in a similar situation to last round, 3v3, no bomb down, both teams just slow playing.
Yeah, Clam, one thing, I'm just so on the fence about snipers in this game. Don't get me wrong, snipers are great, but sometimes I feel like you just get caustic because you have a sniper out, and then it's the last man up.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do on offense?
Yeah, it can be tough. I mean, especially if you're in a clutch situation with the sniper, right? But we'll see if it ends up paying off. I know Precision, one of the best snipers in the Halo League. Can he do it in COD? But no skill, shuts down the window push. I thought Yaxon was going to have that one. Not quite, though. Timing doesn't work out for him. And now, yeah, like you were talking about, oh, wait, is he going to spot the jump up here? I don't know. Let's go on board with Crow, see if he can get anything done. And yeah, now left to Precision in the 1v3. Those are hard shots to hit. Oh my god, he gets the hit marker on the jump spot, though. If that was Call of Duty in the past, he probably would have killed that player. That looked good to me. High chest. That probably should have been a kill.
Yeah, but, hit reg in this game always be betraying us. But it was a valiant effort for Precision to try to get anything there with that sniper, but not meant to be. I like the play from Crow. They got the info on the one guy, but he just didn't expect the rest of the team to be there waiting on him.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation. I mean, sometimes, yeah, that's the risk you play, running the sniper. And I mean, Precision, he was able to get one that round, but just, the rest of his teammates just couldn't get the trades going. Great teamwork out of 07 as we tie things up here to 2. And 07 back on the offense. We'll see if they give us a different look. It looks like, yeah, toward B we go.
Yeah, all 4 members, they're getting ready to headbang this B site. Crow's gonna get information, and he's gonna back up. They're gonna try to reposition, regroup. I like the play here from Precision, though. He's in big. Oh, Mental with the big first blood in the Tiki. And they're going to have these members trapped over by this bedroom site. Just depends on how aggressive Precision wants to get.
Yeah, this is pretty much corralled on the bomb side. I love where Jackson's playing, too. He's watching the overextension back toward A to make sure nobody rotates out of this site. And I mean, you know, Billy Mental getting it done with the right. In this whole series so far, he's positioned incredibly well because you have to be decently close to be able to use that gun effectively. He's making it look easy with that weapon. And now, yeah, 07 just slow down to a crawl. Nothing they can really do. They haven't found a pick. They need to find an answer back, but running out of time. Only 30 seconds left to do so.
Well, they did crawl up to the bomb site. They are there. Super is going to get tagged by a nade, but they are at least they're able to plant. The question is any member of Cabal going to see him planting and get that freebie? Crow is just a hair away. Oh, he's going to go for a dip. He's going to get away with his life. Is Mental going to try to trade that out? Probably not, because you have a member of 07 in the bedroom playing the Overwatch, and now we're in a stalemate.
Yeah, we'll see if Jackson gets us something done on the pinch, but I mean, this has been a great poise from 07 right now, as it's just going to be skill and super. Now just super. The pinch is on in. He can play the time, but he's got to do so incredibly effectively here, as all 3 members are going to be collapsing on him. He's able to get one. Mental going for the defuse, but he might not get it in time. He's not sticking the bomb. If he can get this 1v1, he can get it done, but no, he gets pushed out. A little bit more trigger discipline there, and he probably would have gotten it done, honestly. A great position for him to be in, but just wasn't meant to be. The numbers are overwhelming.
I thought he was going to clutch that just based on the way that was going. He got that first pick as they were rushing the bomb. If he would have got that second one a little bit faster and got away, that would have been 07's round to have for sure.
Yeah, he kills Mental here. That's probably the round. I mean, I don't think the player... Yeah, I don't think Precision, top bed, was able to get there in time to defuse the bomb, or he has to kill him as well, too. So he has to slide to kill him and defuse the bomb, so... Unfortunately for Super, no highlight reel play for him in that one, as they'll end up falling. And, you know, good answer back from Cabal, making sure the momentum doesn't shift too far back the other direction. And now back on the offense, looks like back toward A we go, a 3-1 split, and it's going to be the same approach they had last time, Crow getting aggressive toward Ring.
Yeah, and it looks like Super's ready for this aggression, but they're going to try to get the laundry control anyway. Crow's going to get the first blood. Rest of 07, though, they have to rotate their setup to get over to this A site. Bomb should be going down any second, potentially, maybe.
I would imagine they would eventually, and it might go down at the worst possible time. Yeah, Webby just slides through a good bait and switch, good quick trade there as it's all down. Actually, no, just kidding. It's in a 2v2 now. Now it's all down to Skill. Thought maybe that trade went the other direction, but we'll see if Skill can get it done. He has the sub and the AR, I believe, in the back pocket here. Bomb is going down. He's not going to spot the player as well, so this is going to be a tough setup for him to retake here.
Yeah, it's just a 2v1. They got information. They're putting shots in through laundry. It's just make sure both members of Cabal need to not throw too wide of a shoulder, give up their life for free. But they have Skill pretty well trapped in this laundry site right now.
I mean, he's just in hell right now. Nothing he can do. Just getting absolutely... I would be tearing my hair out if I was in his situation right there. Just getting shouldered to death over and over and over. And I mean, that can happen, you know? In a 2v1, they know exactly where you are. There's no reason for them to chow you. They're just playing the time. And Skill knows it. He's just trying to, you know, rip somebody quickly, but... I mean, the Halo players, they know how to shoulder with the best of them, so you're not going to win that one in that situation. So 4 now on the board for Cabal. Might be able to take it over the line. They have a couple rounds more to do so.
Yeah, and that's just the difference between high-level COD and lower-level COD. It's just things like throwing shoulders, not giving away your life for free, and that's what makes watching COD like this so great. Is to see there's levels to this stuff.
There's definitely levels for sure, as it's going to be back toward A. This time it's going to be 407, and I mean, Jackson rips him toward top art. Super able to get the trade on 1, but we'll see if they can end up doing something. 3v3, and it seems like Mental just getting aggressive. It doesn't seem to matter what the round is, who's playing. He's just getting aggro.
Oh, and he got the information. They didn't see him there. He's going to get a freebie on a couple of these players. He's going to get 1. Can he get the second? Yes, he will. Can he get the third? No, he cannot. Webby's the last man up. 1v1. Webby, Jackson. And Jackson going to get the final kill in the round. Cabal's going to get the 5th round on the board, and they're now going to be on game point.
Yeah, map point here for Cabal. And I was wondering the question of if Halo players can play S&D. It seems like it's been answered, that question right now. Obviously, it's not over yet. You can still have a comeback for 07, but they're going to have to string 4 rounds in a row to win this map in the end here. And I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the Halo squad here. I mean, it's great to see. I mean, we've seen a lot of the, legendary Call of Duty players, from Halo back in the day. It's good to see the, the new school, passing the torch as well. We'll see if these guys, have some promising careers in COD. This is a great start they're having so far. They've been improving every day. We'll see if they can close it out right now. Running down mid, Webby able to get a pick, though.
Yeah. Sniper pick off the rip, gonna put the ball at an immediate disadvantage, but Crow is gonna get one as well, but not before Super's gonna take down Mental. 2v3. Cabal is on the offense, and they're down a man. They gotta make a play happen. Can Crow get the equalizer here? Laundry, no, he cannot. 1v3, all up to Jackson. What is he gonna do here? Is he gonna make a miracle happen? Put a stamp on this map too.
Yeah, nothing he can do. You cursed him, Trevor. It is what it is. Yeah, nothing he could really do in that round. It was just a nice opening snipe from Webby that round, able to get the first blood. And I mean, first bloods are very important. More often than not, you convert the round after getting first blood if you're able to play your life afterward and not get traded immediately. So, I mean, the sniper is probably the longest range weapon you're going to get a first blood and not get traded. So, yeah, props to Webby to get that round as, good start from them, but they're going to need to string 3 more here.
Yeah, but we got the 5-3 curse in effect, so anything can happen. Everybody knows. People start letting the guard down. This is when you say, oh, we got to lock in. And now 07, they're going to be on the offense. Looks like they're going to have a mid hit, even Precision on his own in mid, but they're going to slip right by him. Super's going to get the first blood onto Mental, cannot get a second. 3v3 off the rip, and now we're going to stabilize these setups.
Yeah, that's bombed down too. I mean, Super gets 1, but maybe overshadowed for the second. Skill able to get 1 on the extremity, so now they know these players are on A. Oh my god.
Oh my
Markel just absolutely splits his wig. Jackson, we'll see it in the next round. And now it's all up to Crow to clutch the 1v3. He's been spotted, and he will get corralled shortly here. We'll see if he can pull off the clutch to send us to map 3, but this is going to be a hard one.
And that's what you call evaporation. And quick kill to end this round. 5-4. Cabal still up around, still on game point, but it's starting to get a little precarious here as 07's going to take 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, 07. I mean, they got 2 rounds in a row earlier. They did it again. We'll see if they can keep this, make it 4. And you're, down but not out, right? 1 round at a time. I've seen some crazy comebacks. We saw one yesterday, or I keep saying we like you were there, Trevor. I saw one yesterday on the main stage for XP. It was, I believe, 5-2 comeback. And I mean, that's literally what this one was. So we'll see if we can replicate that performance with 07 right now, as it's going to be B on the cards for Cabal Noire. They got to close this out, and they got to close it out soon, or maybe the momentum swinging the other direction.
Yeah, I saw Webby in kitchen there. I thought he was going to get that first blood onto Jackson, but I guess no sniper out for this round. But Crow did get pushed up to the pool stairs. They do have, they're looking good to get this control of the east side. Oh, but sniper battle, Webby's going to win, going to get the first blood. He's going to get tagged up. Oh, but not. Thought he almost hit that. That was so close.
Yeah, almost able to get a second one, but unfortunately Crow is able to get the equalizer. So now it's 07. I mean, Webby just in no man's land. I don't know what just happened. He's runs into that player in the window. And just like that, how this round flipped on its head after the opening snipe. The round just collapses. Crow takes it toward A. They're not even going to play it yet. They're looking for these players. They are hunting these players down. And with 30 seconds left, this might benefit 07 here if they don't plant soon.
And now the backs return. 07's here to start challenging the site. And just like that, Skill's gonna get 1. Skill's gonna pick up 2. Super's gonna pick up the last. Oh my goodness, what poor timing. Now we're gonna be in a round 11.
Trevor, you might have cursed them. I'm not gonna lie. You might have thrown the voodoo hex on Cabal. I'm not sure what's happened the past couple of rounds, because that was an incredible regain out of them, able to get the numbers back in their favor. And instead of planting right away after they took Laundry, they kind of hesitated, and nobody watches the pinch from the Laundry heady. I'm amazed nobody was watching that, and Super just gets a timing. Skill gets a double. Super for the third, and I mean, yeah, obviously timing right at its finest there. But I mean, I'm surprised to see them not plant a little sooner, and now they find themselves in a round 11.
Yeah, and they're gonna be on the offense too. So looks like they're gonna go to old reliable A, trying to bully out this Laundry site. But there are 2 members of 07 here and ready. Is Crow gonna jump right into Markle's face? Awfully close. Great nades going in. All these members are just within feet of each other, just waiting for someone to give up a little bit too much information.
Super is on the deep pinch, but it's being watched now at the right time. Precision picks it up. We'll see if this 1v1 ends up happening, but there's action on both sides of the map, on Laundry, on Precision, but Super gets the timing. He's able to get one, but the rest of his players toward Laundry fall. Now Webby in a position to potentially watch the rotate, and he might know that they're heading toward B. He hasn't spotted anything toward Laundry yet, but they're not going to be aware as of yet. Now Super spots him. That's going to be all the info they need. We'll see if they can activate off this. They're a man down, but they could still definitely clutch this scenario. Depends on the timing. Webby able to rip one. The bomb's going to go down. 2v2.
Yeah, and that was a great play from them. They got the Laundry control. They realized that there was a pinch behind them. They're just like, we're just going to rotate this back through the jungle. And now they have control of the B site. They're watching both sides. Great two-piece. End the map to 6-5 for Cabal. That was really scary. I can't lie.
And they line up for Jackson. Just, I mean, yeah, about as best, as good of a lineup as you can. 1, 2, they even jumped the exact same way. I'm surprised to see them both go off the top ropes there. Jackson with the freest two-piece you'll ever see. And, I mean, that was very close to 07, or excuse me, 07 coming back, and also Cabal coming back, or choking that one. I'm trying to do my transitions here, but yeah, just choking that one. And they were up 5-2. They almost squandered that opportunity, but they're not going to squander it. They are going to take the map, and they'll be up 2-0 as we head into our map number 3 here on Exposure. And, I mean, if you're 07, that was probably a one you had a chance in.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what would be more like. I don't know what would be more like shaking for either team. The fact that you almost came back on 5-2, or the fact that you got to round 11 from 5-2 and then didn't close it out. So both teams have a lot to be desired there for that S&D.
Yeah, definitely more to desire for sure, as it's going to be a close one as well. And we're heading to Exposure Overload. I mean, this has been I mean, look at the score. 250, 245, 6-5 in that SND. I mean, I'm expecting nothing but close this entire series, to be honest. And I mean, so far it's been Cabal with the edge, but I mean, we've seen it. The momentum can shift on a dime. It's really whether or not 07 is feeling froggy, feeling like they want to send us to extra maps here, because I mean, they definitely have it in them to do it, but I mean, just haven't been able to get that conversion as of yet.
Yeah, I want to see a buzzer beater. I want Mental to take the device, jump in for the overtime score to end the game. I don't know. That's the way the series has been going. We're gonna see something crazy like this. I just don't want to see a blowout. I would be very disappointed if we see a blowout here.
Yeah, blowout would be definitely not as great, obviously. Blowout's never that fun to cast or spectate for sure. Unless your team's winning, then it's great. But I mean, blowouts in general probably not as fun. You know, unless you're betting for the over, right? But you know, it is what it is. We're gonna be loading on in. I hear the beeps. Map number 3 is gonna be underway, and I mean, it's up to 07 now to come back for to complete the reverse sweep. We'll see if they're going to be able to do so, as you know, the Halo boys, they look good.
Yeah, and you know, a game mode that involves scoring with balls, that's right up the Halo's alley.
Yeah, I had to get that one in.
Yeah, I had to. But I don't know. The only I do like this game mode a lot more in Control. It's a lot more fun to watch. The only thing I'll say is, at least with Control, it was never over. Like, all it took was 1-4 white to make something crazy happen. But either way, as a whole, though, this product is definitely way better.
Yeah, I do like watching and casting Overload for sure, and I'm not sure how the players feel about it. If still the verdict's out, but I still think Overload just a breath of fresh air for sure in BO7. I was getting really sick of Control after 5 or 6 years of playing it. It wasn't my favorite game mode to begin with, and I'm glad we have a new one in. Jackson, they get taken down on the overextension. Precision so close to the goal line, just unable to get the conversion, and that's a great stop for 07. Don't want to go down early in this one, and it looks like we are going to have a reset, so unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a little bit more, so apologies, guys, but it is what it is.
Yeah, resets on Overload too are also very tricky, because once you get to halftime, like, how do you reset it appropriately? What do you reset the whole game?
Yeah,
I feel like that's the only really thing you can do. So thankfully, whatever issue they're being had is being caught now before there's any scores or before we get to the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Don't want to have something happen late in the game and then have the GA police coming on out, and you know that, you know how that goes. That 30 minutes of arguments ensue after that. So at least with some of these players, maybe some of the professional players, it would be a little less argumentative. But we'll see. We'll get the lobby reset here in a minute. I'm actually not even sure what the issue was, to be honest. Maybe somebody's just tech issue, controller sound. You never know with these kind of things. Delays obviously happen. Tech issues, you know. Gotta love Call of Duty for that reason, but it is what it is. We'll continue on in with Exposure in a moment now. And I mean, if O7 are going to come back into this one, Trevor, I mean, it's got to start here. I feel like they got to get something going, wind in their sails at the very least. I mean, we saw them. They've been able to slay with the best of them, just haven't been able to convert in these clutch moments. We saw it on map 1 in that hard point. You were talking about mental, taking that rotation to secure them spawns for P2. I mean, Crow did the same thing for P1 as well. Just seems like they're not making a lot of the heads-up plays that you need to in some of these positions.
Yeah, and I think starting on the good side here would be good for O7. Even though you're going to be capped to 4, you're gonna get some good momentum going. Try to help get the guns warm, get a head start in the score department, because you need something here. This is do or die for this series.
Yeah, do or die indeed, as we are back quickly after that reset, so maybe not too much time passing, so thankfully we might have a quicker series than we might have had originally. And off the break, we'll see what happens here. Mental getting aggressive toward mid is going to get taken down. Better start for O7, 3 dead for them, and reset cheese, baby, on the minds of Cabal here.
Yeah, Jackson is going to get a crucial one in mid, trying to get pushed up into the base as Mental picks up one of his own. Device still down in mid, but Cabal's trying to get a foothold on their side of the map so that way they can clear the space, get those deep blockers in, and once they can finally pick up the device.
Let's see if they're able to do so, as it's going to be O7. Some sort of positioning toward mid-map. They're able to get 2, but, I mean, still, so far, I mean, it's just been pretty much radio silence on the drone. Everybody just playing kills toward mid-map. And that can happen early in a map, especially like Exposure, where there's a lot of routes you can take. There's a lot of ratty corners you got to play for. As O7 are going to be getting the slaying it done right now. 2 dead in the feed. It's going to be up to number 3, Crow, to get something done. He's able to get 1, but he has another one right in front of him, and he's going to win it as well. And he could be gone in the blink of an eye. He has 1 more player to beat right behind him, or right in front of him, I should say. And Skill takes him down, so Skill playing a huge pivotal aspect in this play, gets another double.
That's so unfortunate. That's a frustrating part of this game mode now that they swapped to the pistol. You get the 3 down, you're like, all right, I'm gonna run to this goal, but then the last man is right there waiting to be.
And that's gonna be a dunk. Yeah, Super just puts it on in. Everybody from Cabal just wraps through mid, and that was probably the wrong decision. That allows O7 to just push forward into their base with relative ease. And I mean, Super stops shooting on Jackson. He does end up getting the kill in the end, and he'll get out with his life. So nice live out of Super. O7 on the board first here.
Yeah, and now it's just going to see what O7 does here. Are they going to push out this side of the map, try to get Cabal spawning back further? But it looks like they're opting to take the device, go through mid, see if they can get a quick ace score, catch the ball in the late rotation, but they will not get caught this time.
Yeah, Billy Mental going to fall there as O7 making sure, not O7, Cabal making sure that O7 doesn't take the drone into their base too far. Jackson playing a cruddy corner. It'll pay off for him. Able to get 1. 2 in the feed now as both players toward bottom dirt. I don't know if they're going to recognize this. Yeah, Super able to get a double for his efforts there, and now Markel gets the 3rd. So O7, they clear the mid-map. I mean, the drone reset's still on tank, so still definitely not the best positioning for them to be. We'll see if O7 can capitalize. This flank route might pay dividends, but he's losing members. It's just Markel now on the pinch.
And that pinch is going to be huge. If they could have got those kills a little bit sooner, picked that device up and ran, they could have got the score. But unfortunately, O7 was able to get some kills, slowed that push down. But Precision, he's right there to the score. They just got to get 1 more wave. Will he get the dunk? He gets the 360 windmill dunk, ties the score up. What a piece.
I'm not going to lie, Trevor, I thought he missed that for a second. He was able to get that in. I thought he blundered incredibly, but no, he is able to get it in, thankfully there. So tying things up here at 1. Still a minute and change to play with. And I mean, you got Jackson still in your spawn. That stun's going to land, so they're going to know he's here. And it's potential for Cabal Noire to push through and get this second one, but still definitely a lot of lives they got to get before so. So Webby on the drone reset, able to get 1 in transition, maybe a second one, plays his life for now, has some support toward mid-map, and that's going to be huge. 3 dead yet again. It's O7 on the receiving end.
Yeah, but Cabal's going to be here. They're waiting for this device to come. Now they're going to do the quick wrap through mid. If they do this quick enough, they might be able to get a 3-on-1 at the B site. And that's exactly what they're aiming to do. Skills just got to create the space over by the B site. And he is not going to make it in time as Cabal's going to get 3 in the feed. Super's the last man up, and he's all by his lonesome up here.
Oh, that would have been a heads-up play. That would have been crazy if he was able to get down across the line. I've seen that a couple times where players just, you know, they get the kills, they get 3, but they're missing the 4th, and then the 4th just sneaks the score. Like, you got to make sure you're watching the drone, guys, or you can get snuck on. Kind of like Blitz back in the day, if you guys remember that. Only OGs might know that one, but it is what it is. 1-to-1 now.
And there's nothing more aggravating when that happens. You're like, oh, I got the kills, we got the device, just gets a quick sneak and score, and you're just like, and then you just want like, what are you doing? You just want to yell at your teammates, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and just speaking of the devil, I mean, Crow's just uncontested here. He might be able to get another one in finally, just at the goal line, shut down. But yeah, that was exactly what we were just talking about. But this time, it is going to be shut down. We'll see if, you know, Super can replicate that performance. They only have 1 player. It's going to be Crow backing on up, and it will be Precision in the back getting a double. Nice double for him to find. We'll see if they can pick up the drone and make something happen with 10 seconds on the clock.
Depending on the kills here, they did have the numbers, but they're waiting for the teammates to spawn up, so it looks like they're going to be content letting this go to overtime. Jackson gets 1. He's going to get traded out. Don't know if there's going to be a score that's going to happen here. I thought they had the opportunity to get the quick one, but it's not looking too promising. 20 seconds left of this overtime.
Yeah, Crow kind of in no man's land. Doesn't really have a whole lot of support. Yeah, and he will fall eventually. Just kind of stuck toward bottom dirt, and that's not a great position for you to be with a pistol. Just long lines of sight wherever you go, so not a whole lot he can do damage-wise there. I do like them at least securing the overtime, though, making sure that 07 can't pick up the drone and kill them with, like, let's say 1 second left, and they pick it up and they get a counter cap. So just making sure that it's just going to be the 1. And we are going to be heading into the second half. Tied up here. 1 apiece. Defense reigning supreme so far.
Yeah, and 1-1. That's definitely going to be huge here for Cabal as they switch sides. Technically, 07 is now on the favorable side of this map. Let's see if they can rack some scores up to keep this series alive. Take us to a map 4, which would be, if I'm not mistaken, it'd be Colossus, which that we all know that is a bang out.
Yeah, double Colossus to end us if we do end up needing extra maps. So that'll be a bang out of all bang outs. And so far, 07 gonna get 3 dead yet again. And it's gonna be up to Mental to do something. Able to get 1 to slow the bleeding, but is gonna get taken down. They have Super in their base though. The lead blocker, and he turns on.
Oh my goodness!
Absolutely shit on. But I don't know if that's going to be a much progress toward the zone. It's going to be Cabal Noire resilient in their spawn.
Yep, they do force the wrap, though, so it's going to allow them to get the more map space. But now they're chasing the device carrier, and that's in a situation you don't want to be in, because just for some reason they feel like they move fast as hell, and then you're going to get stuck chasing a ghost, and then there's going to be a free score. But luckily Crow was able to stop the progress. He will get traded out, though. Precision watching over the device, but going to go down, get taken down, and now another hit attempt from 07 coming in.
Yeah, Mental playing close with the ride. Might be able to get the drone carrier. No, not quite. Nice support from Webby over the top ropes. And it's going to be 07 with the drone, and they're flying toward B, as well as they have Super in their base. Could potentially be some help for the lead blocker here. Skill not winning that one, but it's going to be up to Webby now with the pistol. Gets 1, but he's going to have to back on up here. No more teammate support. It's just the pistol, but he's making the pistol work for it, putting it to good use here. Able to get 2 and shots on the 3rd. Webby just the pistol god, apparently. 4 for him, 4 streak for Super. But unfortunately, gonna get shut down by Yaxon, but what a great streak from him.
The device reset was so unfortunate there. 07 had the life. They just had to pick it up and go, but with the reset, now they're starting back at square one. Device mid, and Cabal, they're starting to get some map presence of their own. But so far, not enough to turn into any scores yet.
Yeah, Precision with the double, but I mean, it's still mixy toward mid-map. Precision really the only one furthest up, and he will get dealt with. So, drone's going to reset. 3 minutes to play for each of these teams. Still plenty of time, and I mean, the more this ticks down, the more nerve-wracking it can be when it's a tied game to try and get that aggression, as Precision is going to fall there. Oh my god, Markel. This guy has had some nice shots this series.
Yeah, he has, and I'm at the point now watching this go. I think this score's gonna win. Whoever gets the next one, I think that we're gonna end up with a 2-1 finish.
Oh, Super trying to do some gymnastics to get out of that one, but Mental shuts it down, and now just Skill. He might get it done though. He's gonna 1v1, and he gets it through. So your prediction might reign true. We'll see. It might be 07 getting it over the line. Still plenty of time to play with, but I mean, it's been a very low-scoring game, and I'm not expecting a ton more as we continue on here.
Yeah, these guys have had some really clutch defenses, last-second kills on the carriers, just when I thought that it was a definite score. So, you know, very clean, tight game played all the way around. A few mistakes here and there to allow the 2 scores on the board for 07.
Mental at the goal line, able to get a couple of trades here, and that's going to be 3 dead, so it's really now. Ball's in Cabal's court here. Can they get something done? They've struggled a little bit on this overload so far, being able to get out of their base, especially this half. So far, so good, though. Precision able to get toward mid-map. He gets an important one. He can chime on in with his teammates as they're going to be trading through. 2 dead already, and it might be a 3rd. They could potentially score right here. They just have a couple more members to beat. Mental gets another one as well. High to the sky, flying. A 3rd for Mental. Make it all 4. No, not quite. It's going to be Crowd, the lone member, and I mean, despite Mental's heroics there, just nothing Cabal can get done there.
Yeah, so unfortunate. I think some Precision, his location on the map also has something to do with because spawn's probably going to spawn close, but you know, they're in the spawn. Super's on the device though. He's pushing through mid. Ball's going to have to get a good team push going, influence the spawns, get the control of one side of the map so they can hopefully get an easier score.
I like where Precision is right now. He's just top ring, waiting for teammates to support. He's able to get 2 with the help of his teammate there, and it's just going to be number 7 in their base, looking for a cheeky overextension, and that should be the 2nd one on in. So nice teamwork from Cabal, putting a 2nd one on the board, and with 40 seconds left, overtime might be on the minds of these players. They don't have to rush it. They'll have 2 minutes extended if nobody scores here.
Yeah, and that was just a great score from Cabal, the way they cleared the side of the map, created the buffer, allowed this team to get in there and get the free score. I mean, that's how you play overload. Can't ask for much more. But Super's going crazy in Cabal's base right now, but no one's got the device at the moment.
Yeah, Mental's blocking on the other side. It's really just up to Super to make a play on the pinch. I mean, Mental's here. He has 2 in front of him with the ride, and no, not able to get it done. Not the best gun for that gunfight. Not the best positioning, I guess, really. Not the gun, but with 5 seconds left, overtime will surely be a thing here. As 2 minutes will be added to our clock. The next score will win. Well, I mean, I guess it's sudden death as well, too, so SND now.
Yeah, and whenever you get close to that countdown, you got to make sure you don't throw your life away last second and put your team at automatic life disadvantage. But now we have a stalemate over by the site. The thing is, if there's no kills go down, the team that's holding the bomb, they will win this overtime.
Yeah, still a minute and a half, so we're far away from that. But, I mean, it's going to be SND. I mean, Wavy getting aggressive toward mid-maps. Not going to spot anything toward dirt. Everybody seem to be grouping up from Cabal right now. Webby's going to reveal himself. 07, he rips the wig, gets a 2nd one. Webby going huge for 07 here. Mental times in, he gets a double as well. 1v1 now. The double flank pays off, and now Webby, or excuse me, Mental versus Skill as well. Skill in your spawn. I don't know if Mental's going to read this. He's so far in your spawn right now, and Skill spots him. I don't think Mental saw him. Skill just going to be ironed on in, and he gets it done. 07, clutch up in OT, and send us to map 4 in a very low-scoring game here on Exposure.
Yeah, that was a crazy 1v1. I mean, Mental with the huge flank. Skill, he knows this 1v1's to keep the series alive, and he clutches up when it matters most. Low-scoring affair for sure. Definitely what you need if you're 07. You need that little bit of momentum. And now we're going to head to Colossus, which is going to be an absolute bang out. And we're going to see whose subs are going to reign supreme on this map 4.
Yeah, I mean, just a great team effort from 07. I mean, dude, Trevor, this is going to be a hell of a series. I mean, if 07's going to keep being resilient like this, every single map has gone down to the absolute wire. I mean, this has just been nerve-wracking. I'm sure both teams just calming like crazy, doing the most to try and pull it over. But 07, able to get it done there on map number 3. I think that was probably the one I had the most confidence in 07. You know, maybe the search and destroy I had a little bit more potentially, but the Halo guys, they get it done. Overload is a different story, though. And it looks like they're already loading into map 4. We'll take a quick look at the maps and modes going into this map number 4 on Colossus, as we're going to have 2 of them in a row with 07 are feeling resilient here. But, man, what a series so far, Trevor.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see the high engagements, high kills. I want just people flying at each other, especially this P1. See who controls statue the most, gets the most that time, because after the first rotation, that P1 time, just like in Den, could be a huge money hill if you control the statue area.
Yeah, for sure. A money hill. We'll see if 07 can send us the distance to map number 5, or if it's going to be Cabal Noire here, as we are loaded on in, I believe, to map number 3. Let me get my graphic switch. There we go. 07 looking for a bounce back here, so it's going to be Super on the point first, but a nade is going to take down 2 players. Make it all 3 is just Cabal Noire breaking on in with these.
Yeah, and Skill was the last man up, but he just comes off spawn. But just like that, O7, they're going to break in as well. Bro, with some acrobatics, going to get one, cannot pick up anymore. Jackson playing for that statue control, pick up one of his own. And now Cabal coming in numbers to get to this P1 time. Oh, but Super playing a rat spot. You got to love the rat spots.
Yeah, rat spots. And I mean, P1 is just a contest fest from... I mean, you can lock down a little bit of time on P1 if you're able to get trophies out, but especially on the first break, there's no trophies, so you're just getting absolutely spam-nated, especially by these better teams that utilize their tax well. And I mean, we're seeing that here, just nade after nade after nade. Nobody really locking out a ton of time. It's about even going into our P2, but it's going to be Cabal on the better end of spawns for P2, and they have them pretty pushed out on the side of 07 as well. They can definitely lock down a lot of time here.
Yeah, Cabal secured the back blue spawns, and now you have all of 07 pushing from the front. Cabal is spread out, though, so I don't think they're going to be ready for the all-out onslaught of 07, but maybe I was wrong. Crow's going to pick up one. Can they get the last man? Yes, they do. All of 07 coming off spawn, and they're going to try this again one more time as Crow's going to take space through mid.
Yeah, great decision from Crow there to take some space on mid. Unfortunately, he does end up falling, but that's what you want to do. You want a conveyor belt to push out your advantage, and I mean, Cabal locking down P2 right now, pushed out pretty far precision toward this mid area. 20 seconds left. I mean, this has been, might be just a clean 60 here from Cabal Noire. An excellent regain after losing that last map.
Yeah, but it looks like 07 is going to take one more hit at this, and they are going to collect the scrap time. And you do have two at the same time making the rotation, but he is going to get caught out by Crow. So now we got a 2-2 split at the new hill, but I love the play here from number 5 going for the pinch, flanking that tunnel spot. And now they have all of 07 pushing from blue with Mark L thinking about his own tunnel pinch as well.
Yeah, and I mean, so far, just a trade fest toward P3, and this is kind of what this hill boils down to a lot of times, similar to P1 in that fashion. Maybe not as many nades are going to kill you, but just trades on trades on trades. So many angles you got to watch. And we'll see if Mental and Co can break the hill. They have a great pinch set up. Mental just watching bottom mid, but I don't know. This is definitely a contest-heavy hill. We'll see if they can soak any sort of time on this. I mean, it's just been 07 just, like, barreling forward one after the other. Maybe waiting for each other a little bit more off of spawn is what they need to do, and that looks like what they elected to do. Waiting for the nades. Webby able to get one. A second one over the top. Excellent patience out of 07 as they'll break late into this P3.
Yeah, and that's what Colossus really is at the end of the day. It's a headbang contest fest. And it's all about who can win the trade fights, who's going to sit on time, wait for the reinforcements to come in. And it looks like Cabal's going to come out on top at the end of that P3. And they're going to have rotations for P4. Now they just got to make sure they stop the push from the P1. But it looks like they're coming through in force. Crow cannot pick up the opener, and that's going to force Jackson to back up and try to hold spawns and wait for the reinforcements to come in.
Yeah, he has a big job to do. Yeah, nobody really helped him. Everybody pushed out toward mid, and then just like that, 07, they win the kills in the back. Jackson's the only one able to hold them, and just like that, they spawn out. But as I say that, it just seems like they just break back in with relative ease. So what do I know? Apparently just Cabal better at breaking than holding, it would seem, as they're going to be doubling up their opponent's score. And they locked down P2 the last time around, Trigger, as well. So I'm, P4, just a mirrored image on the other side. They might be able to lock this one down as well.
Yeah, but one thing that makes this hill trickier is the spawn in the back is just not as sticky. As you saw, Jackson deep in the pack, this wasn't enough to help bring anyone close into him. But all it took was one kill in the back, and it flipped the spawns back on their head, which allowed the quick break. So that's the minor difference between P4 versus P2.
And Super's going to be spotted, but he still guns precision somehow there. I'm not sure how he won that one. SMG up close maybe, and a team kill, unfortunately. Mental blowing your boys. You don't want to see that ever. As it's going to be a contest fest toward top mid, and it's going to be 07 on the better end of it so far. We'll see if they can get a setup, as it looks like split spawn's coming in.
Yeah, and Mental 18 and 9. He is absolutely going crazy this map for. Nades coming in. They're going to break in. They have a 50-point lead. Oh. That's what you want to see. It was skill.
What is this?
Pulled out the carbon.
Yeah, I couldn't even remember what weapon this was, Trevor. I was like, I'm racking my brain trying to think. Appreciate you for telling me. I love when players use different weapons as, getting fancy with it. That's a cool one. I haven't seen that one yet.
In the game, I thought that gun was going to be the move. I really did.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm going to stay on board with skill a little bit just because he's rocking this different weapon. And, it's, 50-round mag. He may be trolling a little bit with that one. But, I love seeing the different variety of the 07, especially with the SMGs.
Hey, but you know what? 07, but they just got to get these last two members of Cabal out of the back, which looks like they will not do. They will have initial time here. Super taking the pinch around the back. He does not spot out Crow. Crow's just trying to be a nuisance waiting for his moment to activate, but he needs his teammates to spawn up and get this mid control. He finally gets sniffed out, and now 07, they're going to be on this P2 time, and they are just a couple seconds away from tying this up.
Yeah, I mean, despite everything Cabal has done early in this game, it's still a tie game. It's just still a very close series, and I mean, you know, this just goes to show you how resilient 07 has been this entire time. Despite not winning the first couple of maps, they've had a great effort. And I mean, we've seen a lot of different variety this series, from the weapon choice, from the Raiden, from the I forgot what it was called, the Raiden and the NPC as well. I don't think we've actually seen the NPC yet, but Carbon as well. Yeah, just a ton of different guns, you know, coming out for both these teams. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. And you know, to be honest, Colossus is the map you want to bring it out for sure.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if the NPC has already been GA'd in ZGL, but it's been GA'd by the pros.
It might have been.
I imagine we probably won't see that this map, but you know, with all the nerfs today, it's great to see the different variety. And Super's gonna get a 2-piece with the tried and true Dravik, and now they have a 30-point lead heading to this P3.
Yeah, 30-point lead. We'll see if they can hold on. So far, so good though. It's gonna be Cabal Noire breaking on in. We'll see if they can hold it or push from the front. I think if you're gonna break this hill, you do kind of have to pinch, because if you don't have mid control, you can just get funneled from the front, and I mean, it's gonna be a tough ask. You have to gun some players absolutely here, but Crow is gonna be local, able to chime on in with his teammates, getting 3 there and make it all 4. And that's exactly what I was saying, Trevor. Nobody goes for the pinch, nobody tries to flank your bottom mid, and they get punished for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, they could have hit the pinch there, but with only 25 seconds left, you hit that pinch, there's a chance they're going to cause that spawn. So it's one of those things, you either hit it off the rib or you just head bang from the front. But they're going to get a 4 down on that P3, collect what's left of it, and make a ball spawn across the map. So they will have the initial at P4 as well, and hopefully have the funnel set up so that way they can collect a bit of this P4 time.
It is going to be 07 here first, and they've done a great job holding on to these spawns, like you were saying. It's going to be a 3-pronged attack from the front as Crow able to get a double, breaks on in, skill in the back with the weird weapon. Not even able to get one there, as it's just going to be Webby to try and pick up the pieces on this rotation here.
Yeah, and he's in the back. He's trying to see if he can get some spawn out, but unfortunately, like I was talking about with the spawn, very hard to do when you're by yourself. You need numbers in the back. Super here might cause 1, depending on how many he gets. Oh, with the 2-piece, that could be huge.
I mean, damage done there from Super. I mean, like, he does all he needs to do, right? He hits the route, he gets to the back, and he's able to get 2, and that just helps his teammates soften up the blow. They push on in, and they get the remaining scrap time. So, final 15 or so. Despite some heroics here, might be going blue. Super able to get 2. There's another one in front of him, but teammates off of spawn should be able to help. So now P1, the Contest Fest hill is on. Trophy systems have got to be earned at this point, so we probably will be seeing less nade spam here.
And look, the ball's on this P1 time. Well, they were. It's taken away. Another tight game, looking to be another buzzer beater, just like the rest of the series has been. I mean, these two teams are so well matched together. Every match coming down to the wire. You love to see it.
And it's been Cabal. Probably the better end of the things on P1 so far this series, or at least on this map. They've been able to soak a lot of this P1 time, and it's going to be more of the same. It seems like, as I say that, though, 3 are going to fall. They got to be careful to not flip here. It's going to be Crow and Co. Off of spawn. Yeah, his 2 teammates spawn out, and now just left the Yaxin to pick up the pieces. There's still about 20 seconds left, so spawn's not as important as they would have been had that timer been ticked down a little bit further, as 07 are going to be stabilizing, though, and they will keep the spawns.
Mental, he was 18-9, now he's 26-25, definitely hitting a cold spell, and this is not the time to get cold. You need to get this P2, which 07, they're set up and ready to go. They gotta break in here, otherwise this game could get out of hand really quick.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just been a nice setup from 07. All things considered, they've been chaining these last couple of hills pretty well together, starting to heat up, like you said, in the slaying department. It's been Super. 34 for him, 35 now for him, doing all the slaying for 07, just wandering, maneuvering around the map with the best of them. And I mean, he's just been getting it done with the Dravik this entire series, and it's nice to see him show out and potentially send us to map number 5 here. 07 find themselves about 40 points up on this P2 here.
Yeah, and time is still ticking. They are continuing to push up. Looks like the ball here might have an opening, as they're going to have numbers on this break. But Markel there to help his teammates out. They're going to get 3. They're going to make it all 4 members of Cabal dead in the feed. Looks like they're going to go for one more hit from the front, because they're going to be close to winning if they don't. But you do have precision. He is thinking about the next hill. They're going to try to take the chances, see if they can get some kind of miracle hold at the P3.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not impossible, just very improbable to hold this the entire time, as 10 seconds is all the scrap time that 07 needs. And I mean, it would have to be a perfect lockdown change from P3, P4 here from Cabal. But I mean, that's a good start. Kill from Crow makes him team kill. But Skill able to pick up the pieces, able to get 2 here. He is heating up as well, but still, Spawns are going to get mixy here. Super going for a route, but unfortunately, the spawn right behind him. And just like that, though, it doesn't matter. 07 break on in, and they only need 5 seconds as well. It's going to be up to Martel to hold on. 3 seconds is all they need, and it will be Cabal breaking on in, but this is going to be tight here.
Yeah, 3 seconds is all 07 needs. Pro and crew, they're trying to hold this time. Getting absolutely naded. Watching the cross, will get 1, make it 2. Can he get 3?
Oh my
yes, he
God.
can. Can he make it all 4? Oh, they do get all 4 in the feed, though. And that's going to put him over the 200-point mark. And they're going to have the spawns for P4. So after this time ticks down, as long as they don't troll and let them get the last few seconds they need, which...
Oh, no.
Which looks like that. Yep, that's exactly what happened. They broke. Yep, they got the last few ticks. And that is it for map 4. We're going to see a map 5 Colossus. Oh man, that could have been a crazy comeback, honestly. Just, yeah, the last 2 seconds. I mean, it's tough, the situation for Cabal there, because they have to also rotate the move, but they can't afford to give up any scrap time there. I thought they might have not been able to get the tick to Trevor, but they were, in the end, able to get that final tick across the line. So 250 to 202 ending here, and 07 turning up late in the series, potentially could complete the reverse sweep, and a great map, all things considered, from Super, 35 from him, as well as his teammates chiming on in, and a lot of great rotations we saw. In that second half of that game, they just seemed like they hit another gear. Oh, yeah. I mean, Mental started off really hot. The guns were flowing for Cabal, but as you saw, 07, they started getting the map presence. They were hitting the cutoffs, hitting the rotations, making the key plays, and the submachine guns were just better on this map, and that's what's going to allow us to go to the game 5, but to have the reverse sweep in play on Colossus. And the Colossus S&D, all about the headbangs. Again, you just bang out the sights, work a quick pinch. There's really not much to this map, so definitely excited to see who's going to win the straight-up gunfights.
Yeah, map 5. I mean, it's something we predicted, but I mean, I saw after that first 2 maps, I thought Cabal may have been able to pull off the 3-0, but I mean, we both predicted a map 5, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered here. Colossus SND, a map we don't typically see a ton. People ban this map a lot here, you know, for SND. You know, the teams avoid it like a plague, but I'm glad to see it in a series like this. We'll see who's more practiced on this one, because, like I said, you don't see a ton of this one.
Yeah, there's just not too much strategy involved with it. It's just about banging out bomb sites, you know, seeing who can get the first pick, overload certain areas of the map. That's really all there is to it. That's why we don't see too much of it. But wouldn't that be something if 07 completes the reverse sweep all on a 1v1 and an overload overtime? That would just be that's just crazy aura for 07.
Yeah, they're just out here aura farming and whatnot. We'll see if they're able to do it. And I mean, this has been an incredibly close. I'm so glad that this has been as close as it was. I was you know, expecting nothing less, but you know, sometimes when you expect, you know, have high expectations of a series, you know, you can see a hot 3-0 that just out of nowhere. So I'm glad we're able to get it to map number 5 here. And I guess, you know, predictions we did before the series, I picked 07 and 5, you picked Cabal. And I mean, I don't know, man. After map number 2, I might be leaning a little bit more the other way here.
See, I feel like I want to go the opposite now.
Oh wow, we're flip flopping.
I think all the momentum is on the 07 side. After
That's
you
true.
Clutch that 1v1 in the overload, you have the I mean, a 50-point lead's not that dominant, but still, it's the most lopsided map we've had so far this series. So, and it seemed like the submachine guns were just firing on all cylinders, and you're playing the same map. I have to think maybe 07 is going to take this here.
Yeah, I mean, 07, I still think they will win it in the end, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than that map number 2 was, right? Because map number 2 wasn't particularly close. I feel like Cabal, that was their map. They were ready for that one. I mean, 07, they put up a fight, but it wasn't, I mean, I guess it was close in the end. It did go round 11. They did kick up in the end, but I feel like it was comfortable, smooth sailing for Cabal, but then they kind of just let the foot off the gas a little bit. I'm expecting 07 with that momentum they've acquired from the last couple of maps here to take it, but I still think it's going to be incredibly close. As I hear the beeps, we're going to be loaded on in. It's going to be map number 5, 07 versus Cabal. Winner going to be crowned here.
Yeah, and we're going to have Cabal starting on the offense here. Let's see what they're going to opt to do. I'm definitely excited to see what kind of play calls they're going to have here. And it looks like we're going to go for a 3-1 hit through A. You do have Mental watching the push through P1. And now we're going to play for the statue stalemate, see who can get some first bloods.
Yeah, where Precision is, he can be able to kill Webby here easily. No, Webby just sneaks on out by a hair of his chinny chin chin. Able to play his life and still a 4v4 advantage. Bomb still not really decided where it's going. Looks like A is the decision now.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this map. If you don't have the decisiveness, it's going to allow you to get pinched. It's going to allow you to get taken down easy. But it looks like they're going to try to work A. You have Markel here. He's watching. He's going to get cut down quickly. Make that the first blood 4v3 for Cabal. Bomb should be going down here shortly, you would hope.
Yeah, Precision, he's still lurking toward B. He could elect to activate on the pinch here if he gets a timing. Mental kind of in a rough spot, though. He might get isolated here. Yeah, he will. Webby just chows him for free. No trade coming on down. I didn't love that position. Super for another one on Yaxon. And it might be a nice collapse on in. 407, 1v2 now. Crow versus the Co, and it's not going to be done. Cabal will retake, and they will get the first one on the board. Or, sorry, 07 will retake, and they will get the first one on the board. And yeah, I just didn't love that positioning from Mental there.
Yeah, I mean, he did get the information, but the problem is once he got spotted out himself, there was no way for him to back out of that. So that was the linchpin to that setup. He got taken down, and then Pro had to back up, and then it was just a collapse from all sides.
Yeah, just smooth sailing in that one. It seemed like the top mid pinch paid off as well. Precision was kind of out of the play. I would have liked to see maybe Precision hit a wrap there. I know it's risky to do that, but they had all the numbers advantage on his side. I don't think anybody's going to be pinching through bottom mid if they didn't do it as of yet. So, you know, the fact he can potentially go for a round next time, we'll see if he makes that adjustment as we head in to our next round. It's going to be 07 this time on the offense. We'll see what they can get done.
They are playing a little further back in the spawn, trying to see if what information they can gather. But Cabal is playing this very tight to the chest, and not giving any information away. Let's see what they're gonna do here. They're still still in spawn. Looks like they're leaning more towards A. The question is, if Super takes this route, is he gonna check that corner? That's gonna be what really determines this round here.
I love that spot from Crow, but a wild nade will appear and he will have to skedaddle. So still 4v4. Nobody's fallen yet, and still 45 seconds already off the clock. So a slow burn to this one. We'll see if it ends up paying off. Crow, no, shot's not gonna land. He's able to get shots in both, but doesn't kill either, and he will pay the price for it. 1 for 1 so far as Mental gets the equalizer. Bomb still toward A. 07 looking to get aggressive. A nice barrel explosion. You hate to see that for Yaxon.
Webby there is going to get 2 thanks with the assist from the barrel, but you got to think if Crow could have just got one of those kills, how different this round could be. Mental, though, in a 1v3 does get one, but he's got 2 guns staring right at him. Does have the smoke, though.
Oh, I love that play.
1v1.
1v1. Mental tagged down incredibly low. 1v1 versus Markel. Markel does have the AR, so if Mental gets in his face, he can win this. But, I mean, we'll see what the timing looks like. Mental taking a deep route, and Markel might be able to read it here. But Mental has the advantage up close if he's able to slide on him, and he gets it 1v3 for Billy Mental. Looking like he never left. 4 streak for him, and they'll get Cabal on the board first after some great heroics there from your boy.
Yeah, what a great play with the smoke for the misdirection. Got that first kill on the site, even with both members knowing where he's at. Great way to recover that round after the failed 2-piece from Crow at the beginning.
What a piece now, and this series has delivered so far. An incredible performance from both of these teams. We'll see if they can continue in this one as well as, I mean, oh, what a crazy clutch from Mental. I mean, that might swing the shift of momentum in the series as well. Sometimes all you need is one hype play like that, and you can just, I mean, you know, off to the races, just rocketing off. But, I mean, we'll see. It's been resilience from both of these teams so far, but it's going to be 07 on the defense this time. We'll see if they can shut down this offensive A push.
Yeah, and again, the Cabal gathered up by the A site. No commitments being made. The only thing is the pinch is open, and it looks like Super. He's going to take opportunity of that and be set up in the tunnel waiting for his moment to strike. And he could get a freebie any second depending on when he decides to turn his head.
We'll see if he's able to get it done. And Bomb's going to go down still in the 4v4. And I mean, right in front of like 3 people. Super is here. He's able to surely get the first one. No, he's not. He's going to get tags on in, but he's not going to get first blood. Now he has to get on out. First blood for Cabal here. And now 07, a precarious situation. You thought maybe the first blood would come in for them, but it won't. And now Skill gets taken down as well, all up to Super. And this should be a Cabal round, and it will be. A slow one pays off. And A seems to be the bomb site both these teams have been going toward.
Yeah, that was just a great play from Yaxon to watch that pinch. Once they backed Super off the tunnel, he knew that they were going to try to go for the wrap, and he was there ready to go, gets that kill. So you know, great setup from them. Great way to great reading of the map. Fantastic.
We'll see if they can get it done. 2-1 now. Cabal had the edge, and we saw this in map number 2 as well. Cabal went up to a big early lead, and then 07 came roaring back. We'll see if it mirrors that raid, but so far, so good for Cabal. It's going to be defense for them this time, and 07... I mean, it seems like Bomb loves going toward A, but maybe hitting me with an audible. Super's going to be just watching pinch. I think it's going to be a slow hit to this round.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what 07 did on their last offense. The bomb started to lean that direction. It was just depending on what kind of information they would gain, and they ended up going A regardless. And this is exactly what it looks like happening again. The 2 players are going to head towards A, clear that site out. I'm waiting for Cabal to pick up on this, make the adjustment. And looks like they're gonna start collapsing in once Precision gets that information. Jackson gets the pinch from P1, first blood for Cabal, and now he's gonna wait for the number to push in. Oh, he cannot get Markel, and now we're all tied up at 3 apiece.
Yeah, the equalizer, or the trade is gonna come on out, not the equalizer, but Crow able to get a double as well, and now, yeah, left to Super in the 1v3. He does get through your spawn, so maybe not something they're expecting. As it looks like all 3 of Cabal are just going to be waiting for the pinch coming on in, and Precision spots him. That'll be the info as well for his teammates to back on up toward him with 20 seconds left. This is unlikely for Super to pull this one out. Yeah, gets one, but the trade instantly there thanks to the comms from Precision. And now Cabal up to 3, similar to that map number 2.
Yeah, but just like map number 2, 07, I predict they're going to get it into gear here and start equalizing these rounds one by one. They've done the same strat, both their offenses almost identical, so I want to see some mix something up here, try something different on the next offense. But before you can even think about that, you got to stop the bleeding, you got to convert a defensive round.
Yeah, it's been a lot of offense so far, and mental clutching up that 1v3 definitely didn't help, and it's been basically 3 in a row now for Cabal. We'll see if they can close it on out here, as it's going to be 3 more, and Markel killed himself.
What? Yeah, I wish we could see the instant replay of what happened with that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a barrel there.
Barrel's not kind, I guess. I'm not sure. We are going to see a B hit, though, so finally some difference in approach here. And it's going to be Noire, or Cabal Noire on the receiving end, or on the better end of it. They're going to be pushing on through. They have the numbers advantage, and now it's really up to 07. Can you pull out a huge clutch in this round? B, probably easier to retake than A, but, I mean, not by much, as, I mean, the trade should be on end shortly.
Yeah, and they had full site control. Super does get the technical first blood of the round skill. He's gonna hop this. Oh, they're gonna. he's like, you're not gonna get me with that, but he's gonna pull off a disgusting kill, trying to rip ahead with the ride. 2v1. It's all up to him versus Precision and Jackson. And he's in hell right now. He's getting tagged up. Down he goes. Cabal's gonna go up 4-1, 4 rounds in a row on this map 5.
Yeah, 4 rounds in a row, and I mean, this is kind of what happened in map, basically the exact same scenario that happened in map number 2, where it was about a 4-2 lead, and I mean, 07 did come back, but I don't know, man. That it seems like Cabal Noire have done their homework on this map. I'm not sure if it was their map pick or not, but nevertheless, they look comfortable on this one more so. Well, I mean, they were comfortable on Raid too, but I don't know. Maybe 07 just looking uncomfortable on this one, just giving up a lot of first bloods, and that's led to a lot of the round wins so far from Cabal Noire. And they find themselves now 2 rounds away from closing it.
Yeah, and this was their map pick, so it makes sense of either. So, oh my goodness, there's 3 off the rip, and already Markel in a 1v4. The round just started.
Yeah.
He is going to take one with him, but I don't see him being long for this world in this round. He's got the numbers. Cabal closing it. He's going to get 2. Finally, he gets taken down, and now Cabal a 5-1 in the map 5.
Wow. I mean, just annihilation there at the A-bomb site. That was just a perfect counter strat from Cabal. They just read them to perfection. They know they've been going A and basically only A the entire game. Whether they slow play it or not is really the only determining factor. And Cabal Noire, they pounce. They just clear top mid and the A-bomb site with relative ease. Nice trades coming in, and I mean, wow. Just find themselves on series point now, and they have a lot of them to work with. So now it's up to 07. You got to do what you did in map number 2, and even better. But I'm not expecting a whole lot here because, I mean, just they haven't seemed to be comfortable on this map. They haven't got a foothold in it so far.
Yeah, but, you know, if you're Cabal, you can't let the foot off the gas. You still got to play smart Call of Duty. You got to close this out. 5-1 is not 6-1, but they are pushing this site heavy. Super's going to get 2. Jackson does trade Super out. Webby gets one of his own. Crow trades going down. 2v1 Crow. He gets one. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Crow with the 1v2 to end the map 5. 6-1 for Cabal. Wow, what a round.
I think that was the ace for Crow. It might not have been the ace, but it was at least 3 in the round for Crow there, and he just wins the 1v2 in the most improbable situation. He just gets it done for Cabal, and they cleaned house 6-1. Not even close in that one, Trevor. That was an incredible one for Cabal to pull out in the end. I mean, what was a close series the entire way through? Of course, a one-sided way to finish it. And Cabal, wow, they just shut it down in the end there. What a great map from them.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Once I saw Yax and them jumping over the statue, Super getting that 2-piece, I thought that was it for that round. Go ahead and go next round, but Crow breaks out with a 1v2, and I believe it could have been the ace. He puts a stamp on the series and ends it off. No better way to end the series. Happy for my boys.
Yeah, I mean, Cabal take it in convincing fashion. And I mean, yeah, unfortunately, you know, the fireworks map 5 weren't there, but I mean, the rest of the series, I mean, that was a great watch, all things considered. We take a look one last time at our maps that happened this series. It's, you know, Cabal Noire who struck first, but, you know, every map was incredibly close. And then 07, we thought they might have been able to pull it back. They were potentially able to pull off the reverse sweep there, but I mean, Cabal Noire, they just shut it down map 5. No more tomfoolery, no more messing around. They just put the foot to the gas and they never let go. They'll take it in map 5, 3-2 here, and they will go 1-0 in the ZGL to start things off in this elite division.
Yeah, if you're the rest of the elite division and you're watching VOD, this is a team you need to be watching. And once you see the way they played that Colossus, I imagine that map won't be in for very much longer in their series.
Yeah, and I think the other takeaway as well was kind of just the meta shift in the weapons we saw as well. Now that I believe the NPC is banned in most, if not all, leagues, as well as the Pro GA as well, where we saw some different weapons coming out. You know, we didn't see the Razor, but we saw the Raiden, especially from Mental, using that basically the entire series almost as well. And then, you know, the skill pulling out the Carbon or whatever in the map number 4 as well. So we saw a lot of different looks in the meta. I'm curious how it shifts up going forward as well with, you know, some of the new balance changes we have coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I do think the Dravik is going to be the weapon of choice. It's going to be the preferred one.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the Raiden has an opportunity to be like what the NPC was on Colossus and Blackheart. So, I mean, I was messing around with it already before all the nerfs. So, it's a fun gun to use. So, I'm excited to see it get some play.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in hard points like Colossus, Blackheart. I will for sure be seeing more of those faster fire rate, up close and personal SMGs. Maybe the AR will get some love. Maybe we'll get another AR. Maybe the Mirage or some other new DLC coming in. They hate ARs. It is what it is. We'll see 6 subs in 1 AR. But alas, that'll do it for me and Trevor tonight. A great series for us as well. Appreciate you coming on, hopping on with me, Trevor. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, always a pleasure casting with you, Clay. I'm glad we got our first one in for the year.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to some more. And that'll do it for us tonight. Congrats again to Cabal, Noire, and, you know, congrats for your org as well, Trevor. That'll do it for us. I appreciate you guys coming on out. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Peace.
Every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous. I keep that clock on me. And they